Matt Rule now signs Joe Brady as offense coordinator, who I thought would get a lot more looks, because the trend, Cliff Kingsbury gets a gig, Matt LaFleur gets a gig, Sean McVay gets a gig. These young, brilliant, offensive-minded guys from whether college or the NFL are getting these head coaching gigs. Joe Brady, who made Joe Burrow the most impressive quarterback in the history of college football. That is not just saying like, hey, this Joe Burrow guy is the most impressive I've ever seen. No, that's real. Highest completion percentage, most touchdowns, most effective offense in the SEC history. I mean, this Joe Brady guy single-handedly came in and earned Joe Burrow $40 million. I mean, it's just, and you would think with the world and the way the NFL is that you would want this, because they ran a little RPO as well. The way the NFL is trending, you would have thought that Joe Brady would have gotten a lot more looks than he was. His name wasn't even mentioned for things. Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic. And I think Matt Rule was sitting back looking at this whole thing. He was like, Cleveland Browns aren't even going to interview this guy? Giants aren't even going to talk to this guy? They're not even, Cowboys aren't even going to look at this guy? He's like, that sounds good to me. 30-year-old guy who just flipped the SEC on its freaking head. I'll bring him into Carolina, which I think does mean, by the way, that they're probably going to get a new quarterback. I think he might be able to do some real good things with Cam Newton. I mean, that is a decision that's going to have to be made, and I don't think they're all out on Cam Newton, but I do know that if they do release Cam Newton, they get $19 million more for a team that looks like they're going to have 7 years and a patient owner to build however you want to build. Cam Newton can play for another 7 years. Is he the guy of the future? I don't know. We're going to find out. I think this Joe Brady hire was a good one, but now Matt Rule has to figure out who's going to be the leader of his defense.